Surrounding Beijing and Tianjin, Hebei faces the Bohai Sea in the east. Hebei, covering an area of 188,000 square kilometers, guards Beijing, the capital, like a solid wall. Along the coastline of 487 kilometers in Hebei, there are Qinghuangdao Port, Tongshan Port, and Honghua Port, decorating the beautiful Bohai Bay. Spring tides are surging in the sea, and sails are set with the strong wind. Today, under the guidance of Xi Jinping's thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics for a new era, Hebei is focusing on three major events, namely, the coordinated development of Beijing-Tianjin-Hebei region, planning and development of Xiong'an New Area, and the organizing of Beijing Winter Olympics, striving to open up a new era in the building of an economic strong province and a more beautiful Hebei. This is a land with magnificent landscapes and beautiful scenery. Hebei is the only province in China with coasts, plateaus, mountains, hills, basins, and plains, etc. It is a condensed National Geographic reader. The Taihong Mountains, majestic and lofty, are stretching for thousands of miles. The Yanshan Mountain is a riot of color, with peaks towering magnificently. Saihanba, the world's largest artificial forest farm, is known as the source of water, the hometown of clouds, the world of flowers, and the ocean of forests, which is a vivid example of the construction of ecological civilization in China. There are 7 major river systems, rippling and sparkling, wind their way to the sea. In the vast expanse of Bohai Bay, tides are rising and falling, and seagulls hovering over the surging waves. This is a land with a long history and splendid culture. Two million years ago, in Nihawan, in the upper reaches of Sanggan River, the eastern humans left their earliest footprints. 5,000 years ago, in the city of Zhoulu, the earliest capital of Huangdi Emperor, the emperors of Huangdi, Yandi, and Qiu formed alliances and achieved the first great integration of the Chinese nation. There are 4 World Cultural Heritage Sites, 6 National Historical and Cultural Cities, 168 National Cultural Relic Protection Units, and 117 National Intangible Cultural Heritages. On this beautiful land, people in Hebei have written a splendid chapter in the history and created a unique culture. Chengda Summer Resort, the largest existing royal palace in China, is a milestone in the history of Chinese gardens. Lelongtou of Shanhaiguan Pass is the eastern starting point of the Great Wall. In Hebei, there are the most intact and majestic sections of the Great Wall. The Beijing-Hangzhou Grand Canal runs through 5 cities with districts and 15 counties of Hebei, witnessing the exchange and integration of economy and culture for thousands of years. This is a land of heroes with a fine revolutionary tradition, in the glorious course of striving for national independence and people's liberation. Sublime and heroic epics were written in the history. From Daheituo in Laoting, Tongshan, there came Li Dajiao, one of the earliest Marxists in China and one of the main founders of the Communist Party of China. From Lanya Mountain, the 5 heroes jumped in the autumn of 1941, facing death without fear, which is a portrayal of people from Hebei going to the rescue of the country and dying a martyr's death. Shibaipo is known as the last rural command post in liberating China. On March 23, 1949, Mao Zedong and his comrades in arms set off from here, all the way to north, going to the capital to sit for an imperial examination, thus opening a new page in Chinese history. There comes a new China. This is a vibrant and ever-changing land. With China's first mechanized mine, first standard gauge railway, and first steam locomotive, one after another. The first in the history of modern and contemporary industry of China were born here. Today, advanced equipment manufacturing industry, new generation of information technology industry, and life and health industry, etc., are developing rapidly, and high-tech industries are booming, which provide new impetus for high-quality development. FAST, the world's largest 500-meter aperture spherical radio telescope, was designed and manufactured in Hebei. NBP, National New Drug of Category 1, was born in Hebei. Beijing Tianjin Hebei Big Data Innovation Application Center in Langfang is the most competitive loading platform in its field. The Great Wall Automobile of Baoding is an example in national automobile industry. Today, the manufacturing industry of Hebei has been upgraded by a large number of the world's leading innovative enterprises, which represent Hebei in the forefront of global competition. Jinglong Group provides components for Brazil's first PERC photovoltaic ground power station project. The Rejuvenation EMU train, flying in the vast land of China, is from Tongshan, which is known as China's business card. Smederevo Mill in Serbia of Hebei Iron and Steel Group has become a model project of pragmatic cooperation of China and Serbia, and international cooperation in production capacity between China and Central and Eastern European countries. In today's Hebei, the crisscross expressways and high-speed railways are connected in all directions, and the intercity railways link up Beijing-Tianjin-Hebei region on the track. The 3 ports connect the province to the world. The 6 airports, together with the new airport of Beijing, which is under construction, link Hebei with the world. Today, Hebei is exerting all efforts to adjust structure and transfer the mode, and with an open, inclusive, and innovative spirit. It is changing from a big economic province to an economically strong province. This is a hopeful land that carries the future.
以疏解北京非首都功能为牛鼻子，推动京津冀协同发展，高起点规划、高标准建设雄安新区，筹办好北京冬奥会、冬残奥会。
Since the 18th National Congress of the Communist Party of China, the General Secretary has inspected Hebei 7 times. A series of important speeches and instructions set the direction for Hebei, under the guidance of Xi Jinping's thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics for a new era, and his important instructions on Hebei's work. The province seized a series of great historical opportunities and fully promoted innovative development, green development, and high-quality development of Hebei. In the new era, the coordinated development of Beijing-Tianjin-Hebei region and the transportation interconnection of Beijing, Tianjin, and Hebei have promoted the trade logistics industry to be the primary industry and Hebei's modern service industry. The rapid and orderly transfer of Beijing-Tianjin industry is speeding up the industrial upgrading of Hebei and giving a new impetus to the development of Hebei. The construction of the demonstration area for modern urbanization and urban-rural integration will optimize the spatial layout of urban and rural areas in Hebei. The construction of the Beijing-Tianjin-Hebei Ecological Buffer Zone will effectively promote the construction of a good living environment in Hebei with the control of pollution and restoration of ecology. In the 1980s, it is Shenzhen that draws the attention of the world. In the 1990s, it is Pudong of Shanghai, and in the 21st century, it will be Xiong'an. At present, the top-level design of the planning of Xiong'an new area has been completed. The blueprint has been drawn and transferred to the stage of large-scale substantive construction. a millennial plan of national significance. In Hebei's Shang'an New Area, a demonstration area that practices the new concept for development will be built, with Shang'an Quality leading the high-quality development. Shang'an New Area in Hebei will become a new highland for China's reform and opening up in the new era, providing experiences and setting models for comprehensively deepening reforms in the new era. Shang'an New Area in Hebei, a city of the future, not only belongs to Hebei, but also to China and the world. In the pure ice and snow, there will be a passionate dating. In the 2022 Winter Olympics, Zhangjiakou, the mountain city in the north of the Great Wall, will stand on the stage of the world. Hebei welcomes guests from all over the world and embraces the world warmly. Beijing Winter Olympics will be taken as an opportunity to actively promote the construction of Zhongbei area, together with the establishment of Shang'an New Area. A new 2 wings will be formed for the development of Hebei. G is the abbreviation of Hebei, and G means hope. In the new era, 74 million people of Hebei have embarked on a new journey of the construction of an economic strong province and a more beautiful Hebei. In the new era, an opening up Hebei, a hopeful Hebei, is striding towards a better tomorrow.